Good evening. The time is 5:30. Seeing that we have a quorum, I'd like to call the meeting to order. Each of you have had the opportunity to receive your minutes by email. May I have a motion to approve the regular meeting June 24th, 2025?
Madam Chairman, I make that move.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Additionally, you guys have had the opportunity to receive the payment of claims by email. May I have a motion to approve the claims?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. This time, we'll go ahead and hear from our utility superintendent. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
The utilities are seeking approval of change order number 1 for the Pendleton Pike Water Main Relocation Project. This is part of the NDOT Pendleton Pike project. We're seeking the change order for the Milestone contractors to increase the project amount by $5,067. The issue was that the 12-inch line stop valve originally included in the project specifications will not work due to visual inspection upon the excavation. They're going to have to use a 12-inch insertion valve that has been recommended to resolve the issue. Also, the contractor, Milestone, has requested an extension to the contract times for substantial and final completion. Milestone has requested an additional 39 days for substantial completion and 40 days for the final payment. These delays preventing the contractor from meeting the original contract schedule were due to AES work for the power lines to move the power poles and lines, and that work had to be done before they could start doing the relocation of the water main. The utilities are also seeking approval of amendment number 2 to the professional services agreement with Clark Dietz, Inc. to include additional construction engineering work to provide a complete as-built GIS digital data submittal to allow the utilities to add this information to our GIS mapping system. There are no additional funds required with this amendment number 2. This is just for a change in scope. The utilities are also seeking approval of agreement with SLB Pipe Solutions LLC for the Fort Harrison Collection System Capacity Improvements Phase 3 project. The total contract price for this project is $1,697,675, which the notice of award for this project was approved by this board at the June 24th, 2025 USB meeting. The utilities are seeking approval of the notice to proceed with SLB Pipe Solutions LLC for the Fort Harrison Collection System Capacity Improvements Phase 3 project, with contract times commencing on July 9th, 2025, with substantial completion date is December 19th, 2025, and the final completion date is April 24th, 2026. The utilities are seeking approval of task order number 5, issued under Master Services Agreement 2024-01463, entered into on May 28, 2024, between American Structure Point and the City of Lawrence Utilities. This is for the preliminary design, which is data gathering and preliminary design of the Lawrence 46th and Post Road Lift Station 26 Sewer Basin I&I Removal Project for not to exceed amount of $189,400. There will be future amendment to this task order to add the compensation for final design, bidding, construction, administration, and inspection. The initial project will be an inflow and infiltration removal project. Once that's completed and we have a chance to perform additional flow monitoring and evaluate the success of the I&I reduction, we will then proceed with additional design of the storage basin and gravity sewer along 46th Street. There will be several phases of this project, and as you may recall, this area is part of the EPA order, administrative order on consent that we've been issued, which we are on the clock. We have 5 years to complete that, so we have to be done with this by April 18th, 2030. The engineer's estimated cost overall for this project in 2023, late 2023, early 24, when they submitted this to the EPA, was $41,960,000. So funding sources of all the projects required by the EPA included in the AOC and the sanitary sewer corrective action plan are being evaluated by Baker Tilly as the current rate study we have going on for the sewer rate study and the water rate study, and discussions with the city controller and the administration. And then lastly, we've got 2 account adjustments on the agenda. We recommend approval of both.
Any discussion or questions about the report, or particularly tax order number 5? Yes,
Paul, the 41 million in '23, what's that gonna be in 2030?
Well, by the time we get close to that age, or to that phase, we're gonna have to see how prices fluctuate in the construction industry. Because that includes the design and build of a wet weather detention basin to allow for all the extra flows. But we want to try the I&I reduction projects to try to eliminate that, to keep that basin as small as possible to keep costs down.
Will that be behind the old Monarch Beverage area there maybe, or?
That is ideally where we want, yes. We're trying to acquire some property there
Has there been some sort of forecast on this $41 million that happened, like projection?
I can get you those numbers. I'm sure there has been.
Yeah.
any other questions or discussion?
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Unfinished business, none. New business. May I have a motion to approve the change order number 1 from Milestone Contractors LP to increase the cost of the Pendleton Pike Water Main Relocation Project by $5,067 and to grant the time extension to contract. Is there a motion?
So
So-
moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. May I have a motion to approve amendment number 2 to the professional service agreement with Clark Dees Incorporated for additional construction engineering work during construction of the project to provide a complete as-built GIS digital data submittal. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. May I have a motion of the agreement with SLB Pipe Solutions LLC for the Fort Harrison Collection System Capacity Improvement Phase 3 project for $1,697,675. I think I got this straight. May I have a
moved.
motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. May I have a motion to approve the notice to proceed to the SLB Pipe Solution LLC for Fort Harrison's Collection System Capacity Improvements Phase 3 project? Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
First and second, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Approval to task order number 5 with American Structure Point Incorporated for the preliminary design of the 46th Street and Post Road Lift Station 26 Sewer Basin, I&I, project not to exceed $189,400. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Account adjustments, may I have a motion to approve the sanitary sewer adjustment at 1240 Bearsdale Drive for $938.11 due to a spigot leak? Is there a motion?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carried. Lastly, may I have an approval of the sanitary sewer adjustment at 10988 Echo Springs Circle for $266.32 due to a leak in the irrigation? May I have a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. All right. All right. Remonstration of ratepayer dispute regarding disconnect notice, none. Citizens' comments, none. May I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
41
Oh, one